Hi everyone. This session, we want to talk about how blockchain technologies or like AI, big data can help city governance. That's what we are interested in. And then, so my name is Yoshi. I'm work for the Shibuya city. And today we have great panels. Thank you so much for showing up in the, although it was last minute. But maybe so we have from the Shibuya city we have Akiko, and then we have Tak. He's maybe some of you attended, but he was running the finding the common this week, and then Professor Inoue. He's from Tokyo University. Maybe start with the introductions from each of the panelists. Okay, maybe Akiko-san, onegaishimasu.
Hi everyone, I'm Akiko from Shibuya City Government, and I'm in charge of culture and also tourism and industry, including welcoming many startups from outside of Japan. Together with Tasaka-san, we organize startup support system, and I'm looking forward to discuss various things about Shibuya. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Taka. Actually, my affiliation is kind of the civic hacker, so it's kind of just citizen of the Tokyo. Also, I was running the conference, which is the Funding the Commons Tokyo, before the day of the EDCON, which is basically focused on the digital public goods and the digital democracy. So right now, we have our public goods in the, for example, Shibuya. Shibuya have a park, museum, or library, something like that. That's the actual public goods. However, imagine in the digital world, actually we are using like a Twitter or Instagram for the TikTok app, something like that. That's all of the things is provided by commercial company. So what's the relationship with a government and the digital public goods? Maybe we have to go to the website, which is provided by government or local government that's provide the information for our life. But nobody cares about digital public goods. And some of the non-profit organization is trying to making the information more useful than government one, but the government don't have a way to distribute money or allocation capital to the NPO or something like digital public goods. So now I'm interested about that area. Also, I'm a little bit into the crypto industry, which is mainly the governance. For example, like maybe some of you know about Gitcoin, which is one of the crypto project that's already distributed 19 million US$ to the Ethereum ecosystem developers. After that, I'm really surprised about that kind of the mechanism, and I'm trying to implementing in the local area. So that's I'm working on. Thanks.
Thank you.じゃあ、井上先生。
Hi, I'm Takuo Inoue. I'm a project assistant professor at the University of Tokyo, and I'm very honored to be here. And when Yoshiro-san has asked me a couple of days ago that I will be added as a panelist today, I was, like a bit surprised because I'm not, like crypto industry people or like even tech people. I'm a researcher at the university, and my research topic is city planning. But my main concern is how to understand people are thinking or perceiving about their cities through using the volunteered geographic information, like text reviews on the Google Maps or like something, like online platforms. And I have been also trying to investigate in the planning theory that how the public governance should be constructed under this digital era. So yeah, and also the decentralized and the pluralism. Decentrality and the pluralism will be two of the main concepts in the future public governance in this era. So from the point of view of the urban planning as well, this conference is really interesting. So that is why I am here today. So and I'm really looking forward to hearing from you and also with you, sharing this time with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So yeah, so actually I didn't realize I have a sessions on EDCON, and then 3 days ago I called them and then just kind of force them to come. So that's I'm so grateful that they can come. But I choose them because they've been really doing interesting stuff for future governments. So I wanted to maybe introduce what they're doing too. But so yeah, maybe to start, maybe I want to hear about Akiko-san's perspective. I mean, because we too are actually 5 years contract, and then we came from a different background. We're not proper employees, so we see differently the city. Probably we have some hopes and also the frustrations and stuff. So, but since you joined the city almost 4 years ago, but how did you see the city governance?
Yes, let me introduce a little bit about myself. But before I come into Shibuya city government, I was working for at the agency, and I was like supporting many companies, private companies, and I realized maybe just the way to see the world is maybe different from just looking at the financial efficiency only. So maybe I thought it would be interesting to turn the job to government sector to have a different perspective of the world. And now we are here for 4 years, and I realized there are many exciting things that we can do as a government, and also issues that what we can do to create the good public goods in the government sector. And there are many decision-making process occurred when we do the projects. And when the decision-making process has always like a very traditional way to make decisions. And at the same time, we realize it's important to have a conversation with the local entities. And we do the conversation, and also we do the traditional way of decision-making. But it's very, very difficult to make a right decision. That's how I feel when we work in the government sector.
Yeah. So I'm on the same page, and then it's I think now we are in a digital era, but I think government itself hasn't changed for 60, 70 years, and then we definitely need to adopt new technology to change the way. But in terms of like a decision making, you two have different expertise, but what technology can transfer the current decision making process?
Let's say previously we only have for example, like a radio or TV, which is broad delivery for the people. Like one of the mayor starts to talking about their manifest, then we could be provide that information by the newspaper, radio, and TV, something like that. However, now we have AI, which is also called the LLM, could be summarize each people's opinion. So we could be correcting all of the citizens' opinion to the mayor. So that's a huge paradigm change, I think, because normally their information or opinion is just like a top-down way. However, now we have some of the technology too, or great voting system, which is work on your smartphone or tablet. Even the older people don't have a smartphone, but we have a platform to gathering, kind of the kominkan or something like that. Even the kominkan, we have a desktop PC. So that's the reason why I'm very looking for and excited to about AI technologies or broader listening technology, because it could be like a bottom-up conversation we have.
Thank you, thank you. And then, Sensei, you've been doing a kind of similar thing, what the talks just mentioned.
As a researcher of the city planning, I have been looking into how the decision making in the public sector has been done traditionally. And previously, the decision making was supposed to be done by the bureaucrat or the professionals or expertise who has expertise inside the government by collecting enough data to make right and effective decisions. But gradually, the focus has been shifting to the importance of the collaboration or the communication. In this paradigm, which was developed during the 1970s or 80s, the deliberation, the concept of deliberation was put on emphasis. And in that paradigm, people are getting together in the same room to have discussions to produce one conclusions. But in this model, there has been some concerns that in that setting, people have a different kind of powers to that they can be, enforced, so like that, so implement. So the outcome of the discussion are really biased sometimes. So that is another problem in the second paradigm of the decision making in the public sector. So the discussion has been, during the 20s and 2000 and 2010s that are more like plural or multiple, producing multiple conclusions, not only one, but many, would be a future of the new paradigm of the public sector decision making. So, and with that kind of approach can be done with the help of the emerging technologies. So there are some kind of digital democracy tools, and also one more point is really important, that traditionally some people are represented by the other people. So the problem of the representativeness is a very big issue now, as people have a very different, perspectives and diverse backgrounds. So no one can fully represented by the other person. So the paradigm in the 80s or 90s, people can be, represented by the one who are attending the arena of the public decision making, but that situation has changed. So we sometimes use the term collective intelligence in that people can express their own perspectives or opinions freely to the table of discussion, and the technology has enabled that how to organize those kind of decision making. So this is a kind of the movement that occurs recent days. Yeah, that is my point.
It's interesting, but do you?
Unfortunately, as a city government, we haven't actually used that technology yet, and I think there is an issue to how we can adapt those kind of technology into our decision-making process. Right now, loud person has the decision always. So, well, I shouldn't be saying that it's always like that, but it's tend to be like that, and hasn't been changed for maybe 30, 40 years.
Yeah, so is there any example maybe we can look for to do the collective intelligence and then like make good decisions by using technology and then different way to like other countries or?
Let's mention the good example, which is Anno Takahiro, who is one of the candidates of the Tokyo election. The Tokyo election was closed like 2 weeks ago. One of the candidates named Anno Takahiro, who is from the AI engineer. His first time to be a candidate of the election. He used kind of the AI-based broad listening system. So basically, representative democracy is one of the candidates is going to the representative one of the category or one of the opinion. However, and then we only could be select one of the person as a candidate. However, Anno is trying to making the catch or seeing the figure out the people's opinion, the what's the category people say, for example, like a child social welfare services for their child or scholarship, something like that. So the Anno is the first person is to try and figure out the people's opinion with the AI enhanced technologies, which is a great example to figure out how the representative people could be see or figure out, understand what the people want to do or wouldn't do. So that's the great things, I think.
It's a great example, and then it's very recent case. But Inoue Sensei, do you know any other example of the collective intelligence and make decisions?
Yes, yeah, as many of you might know, but in the field of public governance, Taiwanese, I know, administration has, like many examples of doing a very tech oriented and tech-led initiatives. And in my, like field of urban planning, there are some cases in the Midwestern US that in the shrinking cities, they have a very, like new type of doing, making planning master plans or comprehensive plans by using many tools and many new type of land use regulations and the, like a set of laws and regulations. So yeah, this is very interesting. And as Japan is also, like has many shrinking cities, so this new type of technologies can enhance how, like cities in a different situation than the previous, like evolving phases can utilize those kind of technologies.
Interesting. So I guess to implement like those new challenges by technologies, we might need some infrastructures, I guess, like a digital infrastructure, I don't know, I would say. And then I think we have to try some of the new things by ourselves. I mean, Shibuya City really want to jump in tackle, but you recently did a quadratic funding, and then maybe that's one of the things we want to kind of try, but can you share the experience?
Yeah, so maybe I'm the one of the protester to the government. So I wish basically the government should be focused on the governance, not kind of the execution. However, the current almost government is they're full to working to the execution. Like for example, some of the people is trying to apply the scholarship or welfare services. The government officer just doing day by day and month and month. So that's it, I think. However, I wish the notion of the government should be focused on the how to governance, how to what's the rationality of the governance should be, I wish, to the government. So one of the work of the government is supporting the public goods. However, the current public purchases is so closed from the citizen. We cannot see actual information, what's the criteria to apply it. So that's the reason why we cannot see the actual, how to involve to the government or how to involving the governance with the government. So as I'm representing like a product manager, which is called a DigDAO matching donation, which organization was forked from the digital agency government of Japan. They are trying to making the experiment. For example, like a quadratic funding. As I mentioned about Gitcoin in my introduction, Gitcoin is one of the public goods projects. They are trying to distribute resources to the digital public goods in the Ethereum ecosystem. So the QF, quadratic funding, is one of the mechanisms to distribution, the resource allocation. So that's kind of like similar to the crowdfunding, also the donation matching. So let's say, for example, the Ethereum Foundation gives the $1,000 as a matching pool, and then some of the public goods project put in the Gitcoin platform, like a crowdfunding platform, and then the citizen as a Ethereum member or the people just playing the Ethereum could be donating your favorite project. Then the matching fund is going to be distributed for the each digital public goods, each project based on the quadratic formula. So the main achievement is we can distribute money the project which is have a bunch of supporter than one with supporter which are donated by welfare people. So that's the most important things of the quadratic funding. It could be, it looks like a crowdfunding as a auction and a democratic way. The combined one is a quadratic funding. So quadratic funding is one of the mechanisms. So it's totally the open source. It's just mathematics way. So we've implement in the DigDAO. So that's our experiment. Also, that's support to the donation by fiat currency. I mean, like available to donate by credit card, Japan yen, US dollar, something like that. So that's our experiment recently we done, and we achieved to the distribution money for example, like a non-profit organization or kind of the civic tech project, open source project. I think that's show the insight how the future with the government should be do that.
Thank you, thank you. It's very interesting. It's not only we can fairly distribute financial support, but also same time for the government perspective, we can kind of understand what people want. So that's really a great project we might want to tackle on. And then now I want a little bit jump into the InnovaSense's research project, but before it's a place-based branding, but it's very interesting topic for Shibuya. And then maybe before that, Akiko-san, can you share your insight about your perspective and the city perspective toward recent development city development. We have like once or 100 years development happening in Shibuya. You know, if you see the Shibuya station, it's always construction happening. But how do you, Akiko-san, maybe can you share your thoughts first?
Maybe the audience maybe has experience to be in Japan many times, or maybe like this is the first time, I don't know, but probably you've seen Shibuya city as under construction right now. And it's been going on for a long, long time. It's maybe like 20 years time, and it's still continuing. And the decision-making process to what to build and what kind of building should be there and all that is maybe basic town structure is decided by the government. But at the same time, once we have a partner, the developers will decide what to make. So, of course, we would like to control some of the area which should be public. But it's very difficult to control the public companies to build the, how do I say, the financially balanced buildings. So it's a controversy and it's very difficult to control. And I think this problem and issues is really common among big cities. So I really like to adapt the different kind of decision-making system to have a public spaces in the city.
Yeah, so I guess some concern is we are losing characteristic or cultures and stuff. But Sensei, your research projects might help us to. Can you explain the place-based?
Yes. Yeah, I'm not sure what I can say about the development in Shibuya, but anyways, it is very important that kind of decision-making in the urban planning or urban redevelopment will be done in a more like, new type of public governance in the future. And one of the initiatives I have explored was called place-based planning. And in this type of planning, we or the government or the communities themselves are looking into what kind of values or meanings each places are having, and what kind of meaning are perceived by the local residents or the people who visit the city. So to understand what kind of values were existing in the specific place. And it is very useful to, use volunteered geographic information, which can be available online as a background information in the discussion of the decision making in the redevelopment planning. So we have been focusing on the place-based planning, and we are collaborating with local municipalities in Tokyo or private companies to enhance this kind of approach. And from that experience, I have been thinking that there are three important pillars in the public governance. One of them can be technology, because with the help of technology, we can do many different types of experiments and kind of discussions. And the second one is the collective intelligence that I mentioned before, because many people can express their opinion before the decisions were made. That is very important in this kind of, especially about the urban development, because people there have to face with the, reality after the construction every day. So people can, it is very important that people can express their feelings before that work was done. And the third and last one is the social theories. because decentralization or the pluralism has been discussed for many years by the philosophical or sociologists, like philosophers and sociologists. So with the help of the historical background, we can make social acceptance of the technology or the social, we can make common understanding of what can be, what are going on in the public sector or public governance with the help of those theories, because it can organize our understanding of what are going on in front of our eyes. So with the help of technology and the theories and the collective intelligence, we can make a more productive opportunities of discussion in the public sector, including the urban redevelopment.
I really like the last part, social theories. It's really I've been facing these challenges. Sometimes people don't understand, technologies, and then you have to talk to them and then make them understand. This is really important. And then so we have 7 minutes left, but I wanna talk about Shibuya. Really wanna be like a city for those people who wanna try new things, and we wanna try to change the regulations. We wanna do test bed programs, but Akiko-san, you started events called Dig Shibuya this year, and then this is something probably the way of the kind of changing the situations. But can you explain about Dig Shibuya and what your thoughts?
I think it's very, very difficult to change the course of the development, but I thought it would be interesting to challenge like maybe events and maybe like PR type of things to start with, and to adapt those kind of technology and ideas from multiple stakeholders. So I created one community called Creative Tech Community, and we invite the local stakeholders and government and also the cultural asset specialists to organize the events called Dig Shibuya, and we are having this event on February next year. And hopefully you can come by Shibuya again during that time. But anyway, to do the decision making during the event, I thought it would be interesting to adapt those technology to make the decision of what kind of creators or the teams to join, and also what kind of projects should be displayed in the event to showcase the Shibuya culture. So I would like to get to know more about quadratic funding, to experience and adapt first and see how things go. I think challenge should be a small step, but I think it's a big step ahead to adapt.
So, Tak and then Inoue-sensei, maybe we have 5 minutes left, but if we are not powerful, but we allow you to do anything, what you want to try in Shibuya?
Let's say the government should be platform for any stakeholder, even the public sector or citizen, the artists, everyone. So I wish basically the government decision their self, and we cannot involve to the that's kind of the decision making. However, for example, like a quadratic funding is one of them, because that's kind of the mechanism based governance, which is not based on the plutocracy. It's take time and money to figure out, and we we wait the result to the decision, but we cannot agree about that. Basically, no more, yeah, summertime. So, yeah, for example, like a crowdfunding is one of them to the co-creation as a contributing the city or our decision making. So, for example, like which is looks like a crowdfunding, but we have to pay the money as a donation to the skin the game. So, I think like that's kind of the mechanism could be achieving as a platform to the government. So that's my opinion.
Thank you. 井上先生どうですか?
Yeah, great. And I hope to have some kind of ecosystem with the kind of living lab to implement or experiment many types of new emerging technologies or emerging initiatives to be done in the Shibuya with the help of the government and also with the help of private companies. And in that ecosystem, it would be very good to that we can foster new type of startups or venture companies to implement faster than the, like it takes time to be institutionalized by the, government or especially from the national government. So it would be very good to have some kind of schemes to implement many new and promising ideas quickly into the implementation. And Shibuya is a very good place to do such a thing. So yeah, I'm really happy if I can be a part of that. Yeah.
ありがとうございます。Thank you, thank you. Maybe あきこさんどうですか? Maybe we can.
But, I really interested to visualize the historical background of Shibuya city culture because it's usually ignored when we create new things. So I think it would be nice to have that kind of technology or maybe multiple things going on right now, but it's not visualized. There are so many underground activity in Shibuya, and I hope everybody to dig in, but some people cannot have a chance. I think it would be great to have technology to visualize what's going on in Shibuya and what's in the background of these cultures.
Thank you, thank you. So I guess it's about time. So I want to thank you all for being here, bearing us. I think the EDCON is more blockchain techie events, and this session is totally different. And but we're so appreciative that you are here. And then if you are interested in hearing more about their project, it's very interesting. If you are interested in like a new city tech governance, they're the experts, so please talk to them after the sessions. And then again, thank you so much for being here, and look forward to talk more later. Thank you so much.